and welcome everyone. Today we are going to learn about how we can use custom entities in Copilot Studio to improve the user experience. Using custom entities in Copilot Studio will help your copilots to easily extract the key information that you are looking for and also provide guided experience to your users, giving them the options they can easily select, and then Copilot will route or navigate them to the right topic. So it's a very exciting and important topic. Let's get started. So agenda for today, we will learn about what are entities in Copilot Studio. Then we will explore types of entities. Then we will create our own custom entity and then use that within a new topic. So let's start with defining entities in Copilot Studio. According to Microsoft, an entity can be thought of as a unit of information that represents a certain type of real-world subject, like a phone number, a zip code, city, organization's name, etc. So basically, your Copilot interacts with the users using natural language to understand their intent. So using entities will allow your Copilot to easily extract the needed information, store that information into a variable, then route customers to the different topics accordingly. Now that we have high-level information about entities, let's explore types of entities. Here I'm in my Copilot Studio. I will open one of my custom copilots. In order to see our entities, go ahead and click Settings, and here click Entities. And here you will see both custom and pre-built entities. For your information, if this is the new Copilot you just built, you will not see any custom entities because you need to create them manually, but you will see a list of all the pre-built entities here. Microsoft Copilot Studio comes with a set of pre-built entities out of box, so you don't need to create these, and these are most common scenarios. For example, if you look at the organization, you will see, look at the description, basically names of organizations, associations, and corporations extracted as a string. A method is pre-built. By the way, pre-built entities are not editable. You can't delete them, you can't edit them, so keep that in mind. And you can see that example here. Whenever a user interacts with your Copilot, they can put, for example, input as a World Trade Organization conference. Your entity will extract only this part, World Trade Organization. So as you can see, there are like strings in both sides, but Copilot was smart enough to extract only this part and then save this into a variable so that can be used later on during the session. So I'm gonna exit from here. So you can go ahead and explore all of these pre-built entities. They are really great, but sometimes you have different use case and you want to build your own custom entity. So it's easy. If you come here, you can click New Entity and you will see two types of custom entities. The first one is closed list. So basically, if you have any list of items, then this is preferable. For example, let's say list of sizes. You might have extra small, small, medium, large, and you can even add more, for example, extra large, etc. In my case, I'm trying to build a Power Platform component Copilot that will help users to easily identify or get information about different components of Power Platform, for example, Power Apps, Power Automate, etc. So I will use this one. There is another type which you can see here called regular expression. These are like super smart filters that can recognize patterns in what users type. So imagine you need to find a specific type of information like a tracking ID or a license number, no matter how it is formatted. Regular expressions entities will help the Copilot do exactly that by spotting these patterns, even if users write them differently each time. So for our use case, I will use closed list. Click. I will name my entity, for example, as Power Platform Components, and description I will say. So here I will add items there. The first one is Power Apps. Then I will say also add also Power Automate, Power Pages, Power BI, and Copilot Studio. You can also add more components tools such as Dataverse, AI Builder, connectors, etc. But this is just a demo. This is for just demo purposes. We can make this even more powerful adding synonyms. For example, a lot of times users may skip saying Power Apps, but they might say Canvas apps, model-driven apps, etc. That means that's actually a Power App. So, for example, here we'll say Canvas app, then model-driven app. So this will help the Copilot to match the information as a synonyms. I will click add. Then for Power Automate, you might add, for example, cloud flows, desktop flows, etc. So I would also recommend keep smart matching on, because smart matching enhances a Copilot's ability to understand user input by using fuzzy logic and semantic analysis. So when it's enabled, the Copilot not only corrects typos but also understands the meaning behind words, even if they are misspelled or slightly different from the listed items. So I typically keep this on. So I'll click Save. Perfect. We just added our custom entity. You can see here, if I click, here is the description, name, list of items, etc. So as a next step, I will go ahead and create a custom topic. Add a topic. So I will use it. I typically use from blank, but sometimes I found helpful for triggering phrases using create from description with Copilot. So I will call this Power Platform Questions. And I will say let the user ask questions about Microsoft Power Platform components and give them options from the closed entity called Power Platform Components. I think there is no space actually between them. Components. So I will click create. Sometimes it does really great job creating all the triggering phrases as well as adding the question note, but sometimes I found just only adds the triggering part, which it's fine for me for this demo. So I will exit from here. So it added all the triggering phrases. That's perfect. But the question note, it's not exactly the way that I wanted. So I'm gonna exit from here. For sanity check, I will add a message note here. And I will say, what is your question about our platform? I'll save this. So using Copilot has some benefits. For example, as you can see, it already added the triggering phrases for me so that I don't need to manually add them, and it also added the name for my topic. Let's check this. I will say Hi. Perfect. And I will say I have a Power Platform question. So as you can see, it's right now here. That works. So after that, I will add a question, ask a question node. So by the way, when you add ask a question node, it automatically adds entity, which is by default it's multiple choice options, and also it adds the variable. So what I will say here in the message section, I will say please select from the following list. So here I will click here, and if you notice, there are all the pre-built as well as custom entities listed here. If you don't see them here, you just need to type it here, Power Platform Components. I will just click here. By the way, you can also create an entity from here, so you don't need to necessarily go to settings and click entity and create entity from that panel. You can also create it from here. This is perfect. And regarding the variable, I always name my variables so that I can easily identify them, or maybe Power Platform Component. And here I will also click receive values from the other topics. When I select this means that another topic, when another topic redirects to this one, it can pass a variable into this variable and skip the question. We'll click save. In the beginning, as I said, how we can make our users live to give them kind of options so that they can select, and Copilot will navigate or route them to the appropriate topic. So I will come here and click select options for user, and here are the list of options that we have. I will select this and save one more time. Perfect. Now let's test it one more time. I will say hi. Okay, I have a Power Platform question. Perfect. Please select from the following list. So what I will do now, I will add a condition. So if user selects Power Apps, this will take them to the Power Apps topic. If they select Power Automate, this will take them to Power Automate, etc. So this kind of gives the idea to users that, okay, these are the options that I can select, and then Copilot will generate answers for me. So I'll click and add a condition. So we have already variable here, and click var pp components is equal to Power Apps, and I will add a message here, another sanity check, say you have selected, and we have variable here, and I will click variable and select the same variable here, and I'm gonna test it again. Hi, this time I will just put the different question I want to know about our platform components. You can also go ahead and basically delete this part if you want. I just added this for the sanity check. So if I click Power Apps, now look at here. It selected this condition, and then route me to this message. Okay, so I want when the users select this should route them to the another topic that I'm going to create now called Power Apps. So I will come to topics. At a topic, same thing, I will say Power. I will use Copilot to create this Power App. Questions. You can be more specific if you know the knowledge source that you uploaded into your Copilot. So I just want now Copilot to create the triggering phrases. So I will go ahead and create. Perfect. It just created these trigger phrases. Question note I don't need right now. I'm gonna click delete. And there is also message note. This is really great. So let me actually save this and test one more time. Hi, I have a Power Platform question. Perfect. I'm gonna choose Power Apps. So perfect. If I come here, I can see that it's already successfully navigated user to the Power Apps questions topic. So what I will do after this, I will add another ask question and we'll say, what is your Power Apps question? Then instead of multiple choice options, I will select user entire response. Perfect. And the variable, I will call this var user input. Same thing, I will click receive values from other topics, click save. Perfect, I just renamed my variable. In fact, that's one of the best practices. I will add another node. This time, I will choose advanced, go to advanced and click generative answers. Input will be this var user input. Click and add it here. So I will also click edit here. So I can add a knowledge. I don't want my Copilot use like general knowledge. I will click search only selected sources. These are my sources. I want Copilot use this file because this is my file. It's all about Power Apps. I can show it to you here. So basically, this is simple questions about Power Apps that users can ask, and Copilot will generate answers based on this file. Perfect. I don't need to change anything here. Click save. That is, in order to complete this topic, I will add another node. And here I will choose topic and end current topic. Click save. Perfect. That means that this topic is ready to be used. So I need two more actions actually. So in order to help Copilot to generate generative answers, what you need to do, go to settings, click generative AI, make sure that this is generative AI. So this will help Copilot to generate generative answers based on your files. So I'll come back to our topic, which was custom topic and Power Platform questions. So now what do I need to do? I need to bring that topic here. So I will select this and topic management and go to another topic, and what the name of the topic was Power Apps questions. I will select this. And the same thing, I will add topic management, and current topic. Perfect. I'm gonna save this. Let's test this all together. Hi. Hello, how can I help you? Also, let me show you the conversation passes here. So this is conversation start. Basically asks the user how can I help you? You can also bring your custom entity here if you want. I will say I have a Power Platform question. Perfect. Now if I click this, you can say this is a different topic, because with the help of entity that we defined, we put Power Platform, and now it basically extracted that information. From this list, I will select Power Apps. Perfect. So the same thing, you have selected Power Apps. This is this message node. I will provide you with answers from our knowledge sources. This is this message node in Power Apps questions topic. And what's your Power Apps question? This is the ask question node in Power Apps questions topic. So now let me ask a question. How can I add a data source Power Apps? Perfect. So as you can see, now it was able to create the generative answers from the file. So if I come to my file, look for how can I add a data. Perfect. It's right here. You can add a data source by clicking on the data tab in the Power Apps Studio and selecting add data. So if I come here, the same answer is here. And there is also another answer. Open your app in Power Apps Studio. But sometimes you see like what's your Power Apps question. You can always come here, click properties, question behavior. You can allow question to be skipped this time if basically you can skip that question if you want. So now let's come back to our topics one more time. So now we did this for only Power Apps, but we have other choices here. So you can follow the same path, do the exact same thing for Power Automate, Power Page, etc. So in fact, I can just come here and add a condition. So this time I will select a variable. This is the same variable equal to Power Automate. And you can repeat this. For example, I can add another condition variable, that the same variable we chose, and then select, for example, Copilot Studio. After that, you can add a message note for the sanity check, and then create another topic that we did for Power Apps. This time you can create a file for Copilot Studio or Power BI, etc., and create a topic based on that knowledge source. And then when the users inputs Power BI or Copilot Studio, this time it will take users to that specific topics. This is it for today. I hope this was helpful. Remember, using your custom entities will help users to get guided experience when they interact with the Copilot. So if you like this video, please subscribe my channel. And if you have any questions, please put on the comment section. I'm happy to answer your questions or make another video if you have a specific question or challenge. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.